The Greenville Chamber's Regional Economic Scorecard provides the community with a strategic framework to look at how the community can increase its overall economic prosperity. We look at one measure mainly in the scorecard, and that measure is per capita personal income. Looking at that metric over the long term, there's been a relative decline to the nation over the last dozen years or so in terms of income competitiveness. That's a troubling trend, and Clemson University has fortunately developed a model to help us explain what drives per capita income. It's fairly simple but not simplistic. There are four main drivers. First is human capital, which deals with educational attainment, the amount of knowledge workers in an area. Secondly, innovation, which deals with the amount of ideas generated in a community. Third, is the entrepreneurial environment. How friendly is your community to creating new businesses and helping them succeed? Fourth is industry strength. That deals with how far up the value chain an industry is poised to compete. Currently, the gap between Greenville County and the U.S. in terms of per capita income is worth more than $2 billion a year to our local economy. That's a significant gap. Strategies to improve our income competitiveness, such as improving human capital, developing talent pipelines, aligning the business with the education community, are all vital to increasing community prosperity.
Well, the issue we have in Greenville is we've just gone through a complete transition from a textile-based economy to a much more blended economy of automotive, banking, and many other industries. And to support that, we need a very broad base of education to support the types of resources that these new companies and growing companies need in our area. And we do not have a public university within the confines of Metro Greenville. So what we're doing is working together to help build the human capital necessary for the economic growth, partnering with universities throughout South Carolina and bringing key programs from those universities to the University Center.
So we believe it's going to be extremely important for students to not just possess a high school diploma, but to possess the skills and the incentive and the desire to continue to pursue education that will prepare them for the kinds of jobs not only that are currently available in our community, but the kinds of jobs that we want to attract to our community that increase the livability of the entire Greenville County and upstate area.
So our economy here in Greenville needs a much more developed human capital base, a higher education rate, more attainment of higher education degrees in order to accelerate per capita income growth, reduce unemployment, and reduce crime rates.
We have a system of career centers that serve every one of our high schools throughout the county. And in fact, the Greenville County School Board of Trustees recently committed additional funds to improve, renovate, add on to, and provide new equipment in those career centers. We have magnet programs and we have school choice programs throughout Greenville County schools in an attempt, again, to pair students not just with areas of interest, but with areas that will well prepare them for future careers or make them more college or career ready.
As we talk about connecting business to education, it's absolutely important that businesses have that communication with their educational institutions, because it's not automatic that the educational institutions realize what the needs are. In most areas in business and industries, job needs change, how the workforce is trained, that changes. So it's important to open that dialogue and businesses to have that direct connection to our educational institutions. As we also talk to young people about career opportunities in the real world, it's very important that businesses provide those opportunities for students to get exposure in their industry. So one of the things we're talking about in the chamber is how can we strategically connect students to those career opportunities in the various business and industries across the upstate.
We believe that at the core of many of those partnerships is the bridge that being an active member of the Greenville Chamber helps to provide for us. I've been very fortunate to be asked to sit on the board of directors of the Greenville Chamber. We have a very active participation with the Chamber's Education Committee, and we look to the Chamber as one of the primary nexus that allows us to connect with the community of business and industry throughout Greenville County. It is one of the many partnerships that we have, not just with industry, with business, with the county government, with local municipalities throughout our county to help us again to ensure that we provide those kinds of opportunities that our students deserve to have and the kinds of opportunities that help prepare them to become a part of the kind of community that we all want to live in.